Right, hello everyone. So today we are going to look into database normalization. When it comes to database normalization, right? When it comes to database normalization, we need to know actually what is this database normalization. So if we say what is database normalization, simply it is the process, right? Database normalization is the process of organizing data in a database. So you're going to organize the data in a database to minimize data redundancy and improve data integrity. So this can be simply stated as database normalization. It's the process of organizing data in a database, right? Why? To minimize redundancy and improve data integrity. Now here you may sometimes think actually what is this data redundancy and data integrity. So let me explain them as well. So simply what is database normalization? It is the process, right? It's the process of organizing data in a database to minimize redundancy and improve data integrity. So what is this data redundancy? What is data redundancy? So simply the data redundancy is the guys. It is the occurrence of the same data being stored in multiple places. The same data being stored in multiple places within a database or data storage system, that is called data redundancy. That means the same data is getting repeated. That means it is being stored in multiple places in a database or data storage system, right? So we can see data redundancy is the occurrence of the same data being stored in multiple places, right? Multiple places within a database or data storage system. So simply this is meant by data redundancy. So I think it is clear now what is data redundancy will be clear for you. Still if it is not clear, wait, I will explain you an explanation. So from that explanation, it will be crystal clear for you, right? So wait for the moment. So here we spoke about actually to minimize redundancy and improve data integrity. Here sometimes you may think what is integrity. So data integrity is something like this, okay? Here actually don't memorize anything when it comes to ICT. It is logic. ICT is a subject that goes with logic. Actually, from my point of view, nothing to memorize when it comes to ICT. So when it comes to data integrity, you understand the concept, understand the logic. That's the key. Data integrity refers to the accuracy and completeness, consistency, and validity of data in a database. So what data integrity simply means refers to the accuracy, completeness, consistency, and validity of a data in a database. Right. So that is what data integrity means. Okay. Data integrity refers to the accuracy, completeness, consistency, and validity, right? And validity of data in a database. Data in a database. That is what data integrity means, right? validity of data in a database. Right, now to make this concept simple, now all these are definition, and I hope I have explaining the concept, but once I explain you an example, it is going to be crystal clear for you guys. So let me explain you the example, okay? Right, okay, so wait for the explanation. Right, so let me explain you guys. So let me actually table is now. Right. So I'm trying to explain you data redundancy. Okay? All right, so here let me have the registered number, right? Then here the name, then let us have the date of birth, then let us have the address here. Then what else? Let us have the class teacher's name, okay. Then here let us have, like finally here let us have the contact number, right? Contact number. Right, okay, now let us add some data, right? So for the registered number, let me give it as 2000, right? Then name, let us say a name here. Let us say the name as something like it's Sunil, right? And the date of birth, the 30th October 2005. And let us say the address 115, Martha, something like that, okay? Then class teacher, the class teacher's name, right? So let me give me a second. Right. Let me for the class teacher, let me increase the space here. Right, so for the class teacher's name, let me say something like this, okay? Let me say K Jayant, that's the class teacher's name, okay? K Jayant. K Jayant, right? Let me say something like that, K dot Jayant. And let me give the contact number as note 76127 1111, right? That's the contact number of the class teacher, right? So let me add another here. So here let me say 2001 is the registered number, and the name of the student is going to be here Ramesh. Ramesh. So what you see here, name is the name of the student, and the date of birth 30th 9 2005 2005. Then the address. The address. Let me see the address. Address of the student is 114, number 114 Mathare. Just for the explanation purpose, I took this. Actually, this what do you say? This address. Then the name of the class teacher is Suresh, and let the contact number be. Let us see the contact number as note 77 127 3333. Right. And let me say the registered number here as 2002 here, right? Wait. Right. The registered number is going to be 2002. 2002. Then let me say the name of the student as S. Kamal. Okay. The name of the student is S. Kamal, and the date of birth of the student is 11/2005. 11/2005. Then just give the address as 113 Mathuri, the address. Then the name of the class teacher is here. Let us say K. Jayan, Jayan, and the telephone number, the same which we gave above, because now actually the key to note here, my dear students. So if you consider this, actually this data, actually this table, right? Here what you can see here is, right, what you can see here is, so here the registered number, there is a student with the registered number 2000, and the name of the student is Esther Sunil, and the date of birth of the student is 30th October 2005, and the address of the student is 115 Mathali. The class teacher is K. Jayan, and the contact number of the class teacher is 07612711111, right? And if you see here, here in this case there is a different teacher. The teacher is S. Suresh, and if you check this one, this 2002 is the registered number, name is S. Kamal, the student's name, right? This is student's name, and the date of birth of the student is 11/2005, and the address is this right. Sorry, here it must be 11. Right, okay. Here, sorry, the address of the student, right? Address of the student is 113, right? This is the address of the student. Address of the student. So actually, what you see here from this, the register number, date, register number, the name, the date of birth, and the address. These are student details, right? Students. And what you see actually this side, the class teacher and contact number. These are teachers' details, right? Teachers' details. Now, if you consider this table, now the class teacher K. Jayan, right? K. Jayan is teaching for both the students S. Sunil and S. Kamal, right? So here we can see this class teacher, right? Here, the occurrence of the same data. See this K. Jayan, the occurrence of the same data being stored in multiple places within a database. So here you can see that K. Jain has been repeated here and here as well, the name of the class teacher. At the same time, if you check the contact number, note 76127111, it has been repeated here as well as here as well. So this is what data redundancy is. Data redundancy means is the occurrence of the same data being stored in multiple places in a database or data storage system. Now imagine there are 1,000 students that this teacher is teaching for. Then what will happen? 1,000 times, uh, right? The data will be get repeated, right? So data redundancy is the occurrence of the same data being stored in multiple places within a database or data storage system. So this could be simply stated as data redundancy. This could be simply stated as data redundancy. So because of this data redundancy, there in main of storage space now, guys, we are storing the same data again and again means what does it mean? In main of storage space. So now I have understood you. I have actually explained you what is a data redundancy. Hope you guys are clear with this explanation, right? Now let us move into anomaly, right? Database anomaly. Right, okay, guys. Now you guys may want, if you are learning this to the first time, what is anomaly? So a database anomaly, let me just explain it. So the database anomaly is actually is a data inconsistency. It's a data inconsistency that occurs due to poor database design or programming practices, right? So we are learning anomalies. So a database anomaly is a data, right? It's a data inconsistency. The data inconsistency that occurs, right? That occurs due to poor database design. Poor database design. Or programming practices. Or programming practices. And it can lead to insertion anomalies, deletion anomalies, or update anomalies, right? So you guys don't worry, right? We will be learning each what is insertion anomaly, what is deletion anomaly, what is update anomalies. We will be learning those separately. So we will be actually be crystal clear on that. Okay. Can lead to, right? It can lead to insertion anomalies. Then deletion anomalies and update anomalies or update anomalies, right? Right. So database anomaly is a data inconsistency that occurs due to poor database design or programming practices, right? It can lead to insertion anomaly or deletion anomaly or update anomaly. So we'll be studying actually what each of these anomaly is, right? Okay. So let us start with update anomaly. Right. Okay. So simply what is this update anomaly means? Uh, you need to update in many places. Right now, for an example, let me explain this with an example, right? Right. I can take the previous table in this case, okay? Right. So let us please refer to this table. Right. right? As because we are studying now here at this point we are studying what is update anomalies, right? Now here what is it need to update in many places. Now let us imagine. Now the teacher, the class teacher Credo Giant is coming and saying you, look here, this is my new contact number. This is my new contact number. This is my old contact number. He is giving you a new contact number, right? He is giving you a new contact number. Let's say not 1 2 7 1 1 1 1. So this is the new contact number that he is giving you. Look here, this is my new contact number. The old contact number now I'm not using. So now here you need to update in many places. Now see here, in this case, in 2 places you need to update. Here also you need to update. Here also you need to update, right? You need to update. So now imagine that in thousand, there are 1,000 places like this. Imagine in 1,000 places the data is repeated. In 1,000 places you need to update, isn't it? You need to update this in 1,000 places. Now let us imagine that you have updated this in 999 places. You have updated this in 999 places, right? So you forget to update in one place. So if you have forgot to update this in one place, it will lead to what? Inconsistency. What is inconsistency? That means actually this is the same teacher's contact number, but as because the contact number is different, it seems that this teacher is different from that teacher. But actually the same teacher, but as because you have made a mistake, you haven't updated the at one place. In 1,000 places, out of 1,000 places, in 999 places you have updated, but in one place you haven't updated. So this lead to data inconsistency, right? That means 999 places you have updated, but in one place you have forgotten. So it seems that this teacher is different from that teacher. So this is one of the issue, okay, of inconsistency and all. Sorry, of update anomaly. Update anomaly. The right. This is one of the issue of update anomaly, that is data inconsistency, and the other one is you need to update in many places. Need to update in many places, right? So that's the logic that you need to update. You need to understand from update anomaly. So now let us have a discussion on what is deletion anomaly is, right? So if you guys are clear now, right? Let us have a discussion on what is a deletion anomaly. Right, okay. If you guys also do with me, then of course you will be easy understanding this concept. Actually, ICT means nothing to memorize. You understand the logic and you can play with any question at the examination. Deletion anomaly is it occurs actually when deleting a record from a database cause other valid data to be deleted as well. So that is what simply what is deletion anomaly is. So that's because even though I give you in deletion anomaly, when we look into the definition, it states that occurs when deleting a record from a database causes other valid data to be deleted as well. It is something like this. When you are right, when you are deleting a record from a database causes some other valid data that you no need to delete, those things also will be get deleted. So that is meant by deletion anomaly. Still, if you can't understand, don't worry. I will explain you an example. From that, it will be crystal clear for you, right? It occurs, right? It occurs when deleting a record, right? It occurs when deleting a record from a database, right? From a database causes, right? It causes other, right? Other valid data, also valid data to be deleted as well. Valid data to be deleted as well, right? Still, if you didn't get it, I hope you have got it. But still, if it's not clear, don't worry. It occurs when deleting a record from a database causes other valid data to be deleted as well. Let me explain you an example. So from that, it will be crystal clear for you, right? Don't worry. So let us see how to do this, right? So let me take a small teacher's table, right? Okay. So first, let us have a table here, first of all, right? Then, right, okay. So, right here, right, okay. And let us have the teacher's ID, teacher's ID. Then let me have the name, let me have the name. Then let me have the address, then class and subject. Right, address, class and subject. So here let me say here teacher's ID, teacher's ID. Then here let me say the name, right? The name of the teacher. Then the name, the address of the teacher, the address of the teacher, the address of the teacher. Then the class to which the teacher teaches, right? What is the class the teacher teaches, and what is the subject that the teacher teaches, right? Okay. So let us see here in this case, right? So when let us say the teacher's ID as let me say it as 112, 112, right? And let me say the name as it is Sunil. The name of the class is Sunil, right? Sunil. And let me say the address as number 13 King Street, Mathari. Number 13 King Street, Mathari, right? King Street, Mathari, right? Okay. Then let us have the class that the teacher is teaching for. The class is the teacher is teaching for 12A, 12A, and she is teaching the subject ICT. She is teaching the subject as ICT. Right. Right. Now let us come to the other one, and the other teacher is 113, and let me say the name of the teacher is K. Ramesh, K. Ramesh, K. Ramesh, and the address of the class teacher is number 13, right? Number 13. And let me give the address as King Street, Mathuri, King Street, Mathuri, right? King Street, Mathuri. And let me say the class that the teacher is teaching is for 12B, 12B, 12B. And the subject she is teaching is accounting, that he is teaching is accounting subject, right? Then here, 112, the class teacher Sunil, the same class teacher that we stated in the above, is also teaching for 12E, 12E as well, right? English medium as well. So number 13, King Street, Mathari, right? King Street, Mathari. King Street, Mathari. Address of the class teacher. Then he is teaching for 12E also E as well, English medium, and the subject is ICT. ICT, right? Now, okay. Now here, now let me say like this. Now actually, we'll imagine that this class teacher now this class teacher has, because we'll imagine a scenario like this. Now this class teacher has actually the class teacher has the ability. I mean, let me say like this. For an example, the class teacher has come new to the school. So initially, when they come to a probationary period, and the no subjects will be given to new teachers. So we'll imagine that the S Sunil the class teacher, right? The class teacher is a new teacher. Let us imagine like that. Is a new teacher, and he is under probationary period. Therefore, initially no classes will be assigned to that teacher. So therefore, uh, so actually, why you enter this 12A and ICT subject, this data? Because as teacher teaching to 12A subject, as well as for 12E subject only, you entered the data, right? You entered the data. Now, as because the teacher is not teaching, now the teacher is not teaching for any class. Therefore, you have a need to delete. Therefore, you need to delete this 12A. You need to delete this 12A and ICT. You need to delete this 12A and ICT. But now what does this deletion anomaly means? It occurs when deleting a record from a database causes other valid data to be deleted as well. Actually, you want to delete this 12A and this ICT. You need to delete this 12A and ICT because the teacher is not teaching any subject now. But when you delete these teachers information, this teacher's address, teacher's name, and teacher's ID. Now actually you no need to delete them. No need to delete them because that is not related to class details. Those are related to teacher's details. But as because you are deleting the subject ICT and class 12A, this teacher's ID, name, and address which you no need to delete also will be deleted. That is what deletion anomaly is. It occurs when deleting a record from a database causes the other valid data also to be deleted. That is deletion anomaly. Now here you needed to delete 12 and ICT, but you unfortunately these teachers ID, name, address, these other valid data which contains teachers information. Actually, it doesn't contain any class information, but unfortunately, these also will be deleted. That is called deletion anomaly. Deletion anomaly occurs when deleting a record from a database causes other valid data also to be deleted, right? Hope you guys are clear with this, right? Hope you guys are clear with this, right? Okay, done. So now let me explain what is this insertion anomalies remaining, right? Um, Now, actually here, when it comes to teacher's ID and name and address, you no need to delete this because we need our focus is to delete the class details because the teacher is not teaching anything now. Therefore, you need to delete the class and the subject. And this teacher's ID, name, and address must be there because he is a teacher still. That teacher is still teaching in the school. That teacher is still teaching in the school. Therefore, you need to have the teacher's ID, name, and address. But unfortunately, when you are deleting the class and subject, this teacher's ID, name, and address that you don't want it to be deleted. You don't want a teacher's ID, name, and address to be deleted, but unfortunately they too be deleted because occurs when deleting a record from a database causes other valid data also to be deleted. That is deletion anomaly. Hope you guys are crystal clear. Let us move on to insertion anomaly. Insertion anomaly. Right. It's the time for us to discuss insertion anomaly. Right. Now, when it comes to insertion anomaly, let us actually first of all have a description what is actually insertion anomaly mean. Okay. Right. Okay. Now here, this insertion anomaly occurs when a valid record cannot be inserted into a database because the required data is not available. So that is simply insertion anomaly. And I know you won't get if I say like this, but once I explain an example, it is going to be crystal clear for you. So first of all, let us anyhow see the what do you say? See the definition. Insert anomalies. You no need to memorize anything in ICT. As I told, ICT is a logical subject, but insert anomalies occur when in a valid record cannot be inserted, like cannot be inserted into a database, because because the required data is not available. Data is not available. Simply what insertion anomaly is, insert anomalies occur, right? Insertion anomalies occur when a valid insert anomalies occur when a valid record cannot be inserted into a database because the required data is not available. So let me explain this with an example. Hmm. So I will be more clear on this, right? Will be more clear on this. Right. Let me say here teacher's ID. Right. Teacher's ID. Here let me say name, and let me say here the address, right? Address. Let us see the class here, and here the subject. Here the class, and here the subject. Right. So first of all, right. Okay. Now here we are speaking about insertion anomalies, and I have given you the definition what is insertion anomaly is. Right? Insertion anomaly is, right. So I'm not going to repeat it again. So simply insert anomalies occur when a valid record cannot be inserted into a database because the required data is not available. Now here, let me say something like this. You imagine a new teacher is coming to your school, right? A new teacher is going to come to your school, right? A new teacher is going to come to your school. Initially the teacher has teacher ID and name and address, right? Initially the teacher will be having the teacher ID, the name and the address, right? They will be having that initially. The teacher ID, the name and the address, okay? Teacher ID, name and the address. Now here, actually, teacher has teacher ID, name and address, but no classes have been given to him. Right, now here what happens is, right, here, as because the teacher ID, the name and address, so we have class subject here, you can see this in the table. So here a new teacher is coming to the school and teacher ID has the name, address, teacher ID has, the teacher table has the teacher ID, the name and the address, but no classes have been given to him. As because no classes have not been given to him, right, we cannot uh, we cannot insert the teacher's ID, name and address. This is insertion anomaly. Now even though you have the data like teacher's ID, you have the teacher's ID record. Now we imagine a new teacher is coming. a new teacher is coming. These are the existing teachers, right? Sunil is already there, Ramesh is also already there. So these two teachers are already there. So let's imagine that there is a teacher coming, right, in the name of something like Nima. A new teacher is coming in the name of Nima. Now this new teacher, uh, initially the new teacher is not given any subjects to teach as because she is a new teacher. Therefore, she is just only working as an assistant teacher. Therefore, no class is given for her to teach. Therefore, she has only the information teacher's ID. She has only the teacher's ID, name and address. So only these data are available, right? But she doesn't have, sorry, he doesn't have the class or subject. As because he doesn't have data of class and subject, you cannot insert this data. You cannot insert this data. So this is what insertion anomaly is. To insert anomalies occur when a valid record cannot be inserted into a database because the required data is not available. Still, you don't have class and subject. These required data are not available because in this table you have the class and subject. You have the class and subject. But you don't have data to be entered into them. Therefore, even though you have teacher's ID name and address, that's because he's a new teacher and you don't have class and subject data, you cannot insert this to the uh, table because insert anomaly, right? So simply insert anomaly occurs when a valid record cannot be inserted to a database because required data is not available. Still, you don't have class and subject data. Therefore, you cannot insert this Nimal teacher into this table, right? So that is what insertion anomaly is. So hope you guys are clear what is database normalization and what is anomaly, and under anomalies we discussed update anomaly, deletion anomaly, then insertion anomalies. So hope you guys are very clear on them, and now you may think how to overcome this issue, right? I will say how to overcome these issues in the next video, right? Okay, thank you.